welcome to my Animal Crossing island tour. My island is called the Shire, and I bought a new Switch recently, and we all know how Animal Crossing save data works, so I figured I'd like to show it off before I shut it down, I guess. So here's my island entrance. It used to be a nice little kind of airport waiting room kind of area, but it didn't really go with the overall vibe of the island, so I just kind of put waiting room things, like scattered them around. There's like a water cooler, a couple chairs, Rover's briefcase is kind of in the corner. Also a lot of Nook Inc. merchandise, I guess you'd call it. So if we walk this way, it's my cafe, and this cafe has been through it since the very beginning. It's been here. I'm not sure why she's laughing, but you know, we'll keep it moving. It's been here through multiple changes and iterations, and then opposite it is like a little music area that does not get used at all, or didn't get used at all by any villager at all. And then we have up top there, Nook's Cranny. I tried to make the flowers on the ground outside of the shops or the buildings match the building as best as you can, but the cliffs around them are free game, any colour at all. And then we come down to the South Beach and my karaoke area. Didn't get used either, apart from one time where I caught Goldie singing Bubblegum KK and it changed my life forever. But it didn't get used very often, but it looked good. And then moving down, we have some poolside beach chairs and a pool on the beach. I did that because it was raining, so who's gonna get in the pool if it's raining, you know? Even though my real thought should have been, who's gonna get in the pool if the ocean's right there? Beach gym is the beach gym. I also knew that I should not have smacked that yoga ball as many times as I did, because this is not a great capture card, and that absolutely could have dropped my frame rate more than I would care to admit. But if we head up the incline between the cafe and the Able Sisters, we have the museum area. And in London, the museums that I've been to have had these lovely, beautiful kind of greenery around them. Lots of space for you to just sit down and have your lunch, you know, before you go in there. In case you want to eat anything that you don't want security to like see in your bag, have a little lunch beforehand. So I kind of wanted to do that for my museum, but I also did, of course, want the waterfalls and the big T-Rex in the middle. So I found a balance. Lots of flowers. You will come to notice that I have lots and lots of flowers. If we keep moving back this way, we head to the other part of the North Beach. Nope, South Beach. And a stargazing area. And I'll be honest, the beaches on this side especially were mostly just I just needed to fill them in, you know? So a lot of it's random, which you will come to see. I don't know why she laughed. I guess it's me. I don't know why I laughed. But I just wanted to make sure that all my beaches kind of had things on them. Just cause, you know? Just cause. Lots of picnic blankets too. Lots of picnic blankets. I only had 2 designs, so you know, you're gonna see a lot of them. This is my pier. everybody's got a piano on their pier. I didn't end up finding an upright piano, so I used a grand piano, and I kind of think it works a little better maybe. And here is my very modern neighborhood, and I made it real compact, and I really like it actually. I think my only issue with it is that I don't know if you can see it on the map in the corner, but it's really cutting it close. There's not really any space around it, you know, it's straight to the beach, if that makes sense. And oh, here's my little neighborhood restaurant. My house used to be here, but the more I terraformed and decorated, the more I was like, I don't want to live in a neighborhood. I don't want to live in the most normal looking area on the entire island. I want to live somewhere crazy. So I put a little restaurant here. And here's the back of the kitchen, which is what it was originally going to be. But I got this little dining table, so of course I had to put it out here. Plus, the little back area looked really bad. Clawfoot bathtub, because why not? And then just a little wedding area. Just a little bench area, I guess, using wedding items. You can just hang out, you know, look out at the sea, wait for your darling to return, you know. Look out for Gulliver, so you can shoot him. I'm not very fond of Gulliver, and I'll say it with my chest. But down here is a little laundrette for the neighborhood. You know, hang out, listen to some tunes. I mean, there's not like a music player there, I don't know why I said that, but I imagine somebody brings an iPod and a dock, you know. But moving further down the beach, here's what I meant about just filling it in. We just got some antique tables with some plants and some books on them, but I think it looks good. Oh, here's Apollo. Oh yeah, I struggled with this. I can recall now, I struggled with this. Really didn't like the name, but I guess since it was technically going to be my last day on the island, there's no reason to not let him call me it, you know? Oh, and his catchphrase is babe, but like, don't worry about it. Let's just move on. Don't worry about it. He and Goldie are my OG favorites. I guess you can't call it OG because I only ever played Pocket Camp before this one, but I had them, and I went through a lot to get their amiibos, and I wouldn't change it. Oh, Sahara's here, ignore her, don't like her either. And here we have my marketplace. It is called Rosewood Market, and it is named after a dear friend's island. And it's Japanese themed. Oh, because his island, or his favorite parts, have been very Japanese themed. So I did it like that too. And then at the back we have a little outdoor cinema area, you know, come catch the newest flick, come hang out, get some popcorns, 3D glasses and a shaved ice maker, you know, what more could you want? Yep, laughing because the credits super funny. I don't know again why I walked down this way. It's probably the ugliest path out of the market, but you know, we moved. Didn't really do anything with this spot, don't worry about it. It's a great island tour. Can you tell it's my first video? I'm super good at this. And here's Bramble Campsite, which is also named after another dear friend's island. It's pretty good. It's actually one of my favorite areas on the island, even though it's very simple. The friend whose island I named it after is very into the rustic vibe, you know, so I wanted to do her justice. But here is the spa, and I think do you ever just sometimes feel like you're too much, or you did a little bit too much? This is how I felt, but like in the best possible way, you know. Like, do you not want to go to, if you went to a spa and there was a huge waterfall down the side, would you not be ready to go and like get your spa game on? Would that not hype you up to the best degree? Which is my argument for having that big of a spa. To be honest, you're not actually supposed to get from the campsite to this part next where I do a little hop. You're not supposed to do that, but you know, who's gonna care? This is the walking gardens, and they have no purpose except to look beautiful and to be full of flowers and statues. Oh, you'll notice as well, sorry, that I'm trying to like move the camera to get a great angle for you, and it's just not happening. Oh, and I got distracted by some locusts, I suppose. But this is one of my favorite parts, if not, I'm gonna say that a lot, so I guess I should not don't put too much into that, I suppose. But that's the walking gardens, and here is where my two cranky villagers, Apollo and Elvis, live. And here is a bridge. I'm not exactly sure how to describe it. It's just a walkway, and I just chopped off both sides and made some kind of floating islands. And I got the inspiration from my friend who has Rosewood Island, because he did them first with the beautiful imperial lanterns. Definitely stole his idea, but that's how you get back to the town center, I guess. And then down here we have a little playground area, and it's overgrown, partly because I don't check it very often, so things just grow, but also partly because we don't have any kids on the island, apart from, I guess you could count Bob, but Bob's kind of just into food, so, you know, it kind of looks like a mess. But here, the beach kind of carries on the children's area. There's a nice little area down here. This is like your arts and crafts picnic blanket, and that one's like your board game your board game blanket, you know. And then there's a little kiddie pool, why not? And then right opposite that we have the pottery studio, which is also something that has been a staple since I started the game in March. It's moved around and it's definitely got some upgrades, but it has been here the entire time. And then we can do a little, no, spin around, no? Okay, cool. Do a walk. I already said, you know how I feel about Gulliver. I don't like Gulliver, but Stonehenge slaps. And I can admit that. I'm big enough to admit that. More picnic blankets. Surprise! A little bit of cake so you can sit there with your bae. This is my area. You can't hear it, but KK Moody's playing. I always call it KK Bolero, but KK Moody's playing. And if you find anywhere on the island where KK Moody's playing, it means that I designed that part of the island specifically for me, with me in mind. Do a little hop, you know, do a little hop. And then down here, not sure why I'm taking so long to walk on the undecorated portion of the beach, but outdoor library! Surprise! Again. Just, I don't know, this is where the pottery barn used to be, I guess. I like it. At this point, I guess I was just trying to fill up space, you know, because my Switch was going to arrive in like 2 days, and I was like, oh god, I'm going to have to change everything over, so I'd really love to film it a little bit first. So I don't really have a lot to say about some of these things, because they were just like a panic thing. This area is one of those. I showed a friend, and he said, oh wow, like I see what you've done. It's so that you can study like the native insects of the island. That's so lovely. And I said, yes, that is exactly what I meant to do. That's it. Oh yeah, I stopped to pop this balloon. I missed once, like, I don't mean to spoil it for you, but I don't get it first time. But it's the perfect time to tell you that I am also doing a home tour, house tour. It was going to be in this video as well, but this video is already going to be almost 20 minutes long, and my laptop is a chugger. It's, you know, been about for like 5 or 6 years now, so I'm kind of pushing my luck already, so it'll have to be a different video. But if we walk down this way past our dear Elvis's house, there's a little pond for the two of them, because I think they're buddies, little cranky dudes. I think they understand each other, you know. Then we can do a hop and a skip and a jump, and we are back to the marketplace. And then we can take a little detour. Sorry if you heard me sniff, by the way. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing. And then secret beach. And here's my secret beach, and that's kind of it, really. I've included some pictures because I didn't want the tour to just end abruptly like that, but thank you for watching, and I hope you liked it, and I'm very proud of how it turned out, and I'm also very aware that the tour's gonna end in 3 seconds, so I have to go. Bye.